মাননীয় শিক্ষাগুৰুসকল আৰু ছাত্ৰ-ছাত্ৰীসকল, মই নিৰৱজ্যোতি বৰুৱা আৰু মই এজন সপ্তম শ্ৰেণীৰ ছাত্ৰ। আজি মই মহাবীৰ লাচিত বৰফুকনৰ ৪০০তম জন্ম জয়ন্তীৰ উপলক্ষে মই তেওঁৰ বিষয়ে চমুকৈ ক'বলৈ ওলাইছো। লাচিত ফুকন মোৰ স্বদেশ বীৰ, দেশৰ কাৰণে তাহানি এদিনা যাচিলা নিজৰ ভূমিৰ, দেশৰ কাৰণে মুক্তিৰ হকে অন্যায় ৰুধিবীৰ, নৰ পুনিতেৰে কৰিলা আৰতি দেশৰ জয়শ্ৰী, দেশৰ কাৰণে শুনিলা এদিন মৃত্যুৰ আহ্বান, জাতিৰ বুকুত জগাই তুলিলা ধৰ্মৰ যৌৱন। ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ উত্তৰ পূব সীমান্তত অৱস্থিত অসম মাতৃৰ বুকুত সপ্তদশ শ্ৰেণীত এনে এজন ক্ষণজন্মা বীৰ পুৰুষৰ আৱিৰ্ভাৱ হৈছিল, যিজনে সাধাৰণ পৰিয়ালৰ পৰা জীৱন আৰম্ভ কৰি সময়ত নিজৰ কৰ্ম নিপুণতা, আত্মমৰ্যাদা, আত্মবিশ্বাস, কৰ্তব্যনিষ্ঠা, বিচক্ষণ বুদ্ধিমত্তা, সুদূৰ প্ৰসাৰী দূৰদৰ্শিতা, সবল নৈতিকতা, নিস্বাৰ্থ দেশপ্ৰেম আৰু ত্যাগৰ অপূৰ্ব মহিমাৰে এক জটিল সন্ধিক্ষণক নিজ মাতৃভূমিক ৰক্ষা কৰি জাতীয় বুৰঞ্জীত চিৰদিনৰ বাবে নিজৰ নাম সোণালী আখৰেৰে খোদিত কৰি গৈছে। এইজন বীৰ পুৰুষেই হ'ল লাচিত বৰফুকন, যিজনাৰ নামৰ আজি অসমৰ প্ৰতিগৰাকী সন্তানেই লাচিতৰ দেশৰ সন্তান বুলি গৌৰৱবোধ কৰে। এইজনা বীৰ পুৰুষৰ জন্ম ২৪ নৱেম্বৰ ১৬২২ চনত চৰাইদেউ জিলাত হৈছিল। তেওঁৰ পিতৃৰ নাম আছিল মোমাই কামলী বৰুৱা আৰু মাতৃৰ নাম আছিল নাগেশ্বৰী আইদেউ। সৰুৰে পৰা লাচিত সৎ, সাহসী, স্পষ্টবাদী আছিল। লাচিতৰ জন্ম ৰাজকীয় পৰিয়ালত হোৱাৰ বাবে কৰ্তব্য প্ৰয়াস, কৰ্মনিষ্ঠা, সততা আদি গুণৰ পৰিয়ালৰ পৰাই শিকিছিল। তেওঁ বিখ্যাত হৈ লুখুৰাখন ফৈদৰ লালভীমা বংশৰ ব্যক্তি আছিল। শিশু অৱস্থাৰ পৰাই সততা, কৰ্তব্যনিষ্ঠা, নিয়মানুৱৰ্তিতা, স্পষ্টবাদিতা আদি গুণৰ অধিকাৰী লাচিতে প্ৰাৰম্ভিক শিক্ষা নিজৰ বাসগৃহৰ পৰাই আৰম্ভ কৰিছিল। তেওঁৰ পিতৃ আহোম ৰাজ্যৰ বৰুৱা পদত অধিষ্ঠিত থকাৰ বাবে সেই সময়ত আলোচিত হোৱা বিভিন্ন আলোচনাৰ সমূহৰ পৰা লাচিত বৰফুকনে ৰাজনৈতিক, কূটনৈতিক, অৰ্থনৈতিক, সামাজিক আদি বিষয় সন্দৰ্ভত জ্ঞান অৰ্জন কৰিবলৈ সক্ষম হয়। নিজৰ বীৰত্ব, সততা, ন্যায়পৰায়ণতা আদি গুণৰ বলত লাচিতে স্বৰ্গদেউ চক্ৰধ্বজ সিংহৰ দিনত আহোমৰ বৰ সেনাপতি আৰু বৰফুকনৰ পদবী লাভ কৰিছিল। মোগলসকলে অসমত আক্ৰমণ কৰিবলৈ আহিছিল, কিন্তু লাচিতৰ তীক্ষ্ণ বুদ্ধিৰ বলত ৰণত পৰাজয় হৈ আকৌ উভতি যাব লগা হৈছিল। গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ কথা যে অসম আক্ৰমণ কৰিবলৈ মোগল সম্ৰাট ঔৰংজেবে সেনাপতি ৰাম সিংহৰ নেতৃত্বত আক্ৰমণ কৰিবলৈ ১৮,০০০ অশ্বাৰোহী, ৩০,০০০ পদাতিক আৰু ১৫,০০০ কাৰী সৈন্য প্ৰেৰণ কৰিছিল। আনহাতে আহোম সেনাপতি লাচিত বৰফুকনে ৰাম সিংহক ভেটা দিবলৈ শৰাইঘাটৰ চাৰিওকাষে গড় নিৰ্মাণ কৰিছিল। এটা ৰাতিৰ ভিতৰত গড় নিৰ্মাণ সম্পূৰ্ণ কৰাৰ দায়িত্ব দিছিল তেওঁৰ নিজৰ মোমায়েকক। লাচিত বৰফুকনৰ মোমায়েকে নিজৰ কৰ্তব্যত অৱহেলা কৰাৰ বাবে লাচিতে দেশতকৈ মোমাই ডাঙৰ নহয় বুলি কৈ তেওঁৰ মোমায়েকৰ শিৰচ্ছেদ কৰিছিল। ইয়াতে গম পায় যে লাচিতৰ নিজৰ দেশৰ প্ৰতি কিমান দেশপ্ৰেম আছে। মোগল সেনাই আকৌ অসমত আক্ৰমণ কৰিবলৈ সাজু হৈছিল, কিন্তু দুৰ্ভাগ্যবশতঃ আহোম সেনাপতি লাচিত বৰফুকনৰ স্বাস্থ্য সেই সময়ত সুস্থ নাছিল। তথাপিও দেশৰ স্বাৰ্থত ৰুগীয়া শৰীৰেই মোগলৰ মুখামুখি হ'বলৈ সাজু হৈছিল লাচিত বৰফুকন। ১৬৭১ খ্ৰীষ্টাব্দত শৰাইঘাটত মোগল আৰু আহোম সেনাৰ সন্মুখ সমৰত লিপ্ত হৈছিল। গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ কথা যে এই ইতিহাস প্ৰসিদ্ধ শৰাইঘাটৰ যুদ্ধত মোগল সেনাই সম্পূৰ্ণভাৱে পৰাজয় বৰণ কৰে। লাচিত বৰফুকনৰ নেতৃত্ব বহন কৰাৰ এই শৰাইঘাটৰ যুদ্ধ হ'ল অসমৰ ইতিহাসৰ সোণালী আখৰেৰে জিলিকা যুগান্তকাৰী ঘটনা। নিজৰ বীৰত্ব আৰু সাহস প্ৰদৰ্শন কৰি শৰাইঘাট যুদ্ধত জয়লাভ কৰা লাচিত বৰফুকনৰ মৃত্যু হয় এই যুদ্ধৰ কিছুদিন পিছতে। ১৬৭২ খ্ৰীষ্টাব্দত মৃত্যু সাৱটি বা বীৰজনক যোৰহাটৰ ভুলুঙা পাৰত মৈদান দিয়া হয়। অসম তথা অসম অসমবাসীৰ বাবে এটা চিৰসেউজ সত্ত্বা হ'ল লাচিত বৰফুকন। লাচিত বৰফুকনৰ দৰে এজন বীৰৰ ইতিহাসেৰে সমৃদ্ধ অসমীয়া জাতি। অসমীয়াৰ আবেগ বিবেক সকলো অধিকাৰী আছে লাচিতৰ বীৰত্ব, যি এই সমগ্ৰ জাতিৰ বাবে আদৰ্শ আৰু অনুপ্ৰেৰণাৰ উৎস। এইজনা বীৰ পুৰুষৰ আমাৰ মাজত মৰিও সদায় অমৰ হৈ থাকিব। ইয়াতে মই মোৰ কথাখিনি সমাপ্ত কৰিব ওলাইছো। জয় আই।
নমস্কাৰ। কবিতাৰ শিৰোনাম লাচিত ফুকন, কবি দেৱকান্ত বৰুৱা। লাচিত ফুকন মোৰ স্বদেশৰ বীৰ, দেশৰ কাৰণে তাহানি এদিন যাচিলা নিজৰ শীৰ। দেশৰ কাৰণে মুক্তিৰ হকে অন্যায় ৰুধিবীৰ, নৰ শোণিতেৰে কৰিলা আৰতি দেশৰ জয়শ্ৰী। দেশৰ কাৰণে শুনিলা এদিন মৃত্যুৰ আবাহন, জাতিৰ বুকুত জগাই তুলিলা দুৰ্মদ যৌৱন। বছোৱা বিদায় যায় তাৰ আৰে আৰে করুণ সুরেৰে শুনে যেন কয়, এই শিবিৰাকৰ জিঠাই এদিন বলিখাল হল অপৰাধী মাতুলৰ। শুনিছো বন্ধু ইব্ৰাহিমৰ কাহিনী বীৰত্বৰ, দেৱতাৰ হকে পুত্ৰ মুকুট আনিছিল সঞ্জয়। সিদিনা আহিল দেৱদূত নামি দূৰ সৰগৰ পৰা, পুত্ৰ সন্তাৰ নামতে আজিও গৌৰৱময় ধৰা। এই অসমৰ ত্যাগৰ মূৰ্তি মাতুল ঘাতক নবী, তোমাৰ আৰতি কৰিলে সিদিনা অসম ভাগ্য ৰবি। তোমাৰ আৰতি কৰিলে সিদিনা অসম ভাগ্য ৰবি। ধন্যবাদ।
My senior and fellow colleagues and my dear students. In the morning assembly, already we have discussed summarily what was the approach of Lachit Borphukan. But now, in this, we will go little bit details straight with documentation. First, getting this opportunity again, and standing in the same piece of land which is still unconquered by Mughal, I think I am blessed, and I feel I am the only blessed enough who are giving 2 times speaking on that particular person who actually made this possible. So we will discuss, we will see that particular person who actually made this possible, that is none other Lachit Borphukan. But we need to understand what is the history or journey of that particular person to become Borphukan. So, in a detailed note, we will see that. First, getting acquainted with this title Borphukan, we need to understand Ahoma bureaucracy. What was Ahoma bureaucracy? We all know Ahoma established its monarchy here in Assam with purely a process of assimilation. We never heard that Sukapha has conquered Assam. Rather, Sukapha became the king of Assam, assimilating all the tribes here in Assam. And when Sukapha first installed its administration, 2 ministers were here, followed by the bureaucracy, and 2 ministers were there, that is Borogohai and Burhagohai. Burhagohai is the upper minister and Borogohai is the lower minister. These are the 2 ministers. But when after Sukapha, when Ahoma dynasty or Ahoma kingdom reached to the age of Suhummu, he added 1 more minister in the court, that is Borpatra Gohai. So from Suhummu onwards, Ahoma attained 3 ministers, Burhagohai, Borogohai and Borpatra Gohai. Then whole Assam, taking Brahmaputra as an axis, it was divided into 2 commissionerates. Means 2 officers will be appointed who will see or monitor the law and order. That is one Upper Assam, which will be monitored from Gorgaon, Sibsagar, and Lower Assam, that will be monitored from Guwahati. Now, Guwahati Borphukan is accepted as commander-in-chief of Ahom army because he needed to handle or he needed to defend Assam in the gateway of Assam independently there holding the Ahom army. That's why Borphukan has got little upper age than Bor Borua, which is from lower upper Assam. So two commissioners are there, Borua and Borphukan. Then lots of officers are here. First, to understand about the officers level, we need to understand Ahom's army was never a professional or trained army. This army was called, you can say, it's not conscripted. In a peacetime, all are peasants, and in wartime, they are warriors, soldiers. Mainly, 4 individual male are called one goat, and all the goat members are individually called pipe. Means 4 pipe is equal to 1 goat. And in this way, numbers of goat, it will become 1 khel. Suppose you can understand Nilalnagar, a khel, Sokidingi, a khel. So this is what the numerical arrangement. Then all these individual pipes, they are the soldiers of Ahom when there is a war. And the officials are arranged in that way, that is the numerical base. It is actually the process developed by Yuche tribes. Yuche tribes, that is in Yunnan province, and from this Yuche, Mongols and here Ahomos, both took the same method. That is what, from above 20 pikes, an officer called Bora. Now you will get many titles, Bora in Assam, all these are. Above 20 pikes, they are called Bora. Above 100 pikes, they are called Soikia. Above 1000 pikes, they are called Hazarika. And above of them, there will be Borborua and Borphukan. Now, intelligence and day-to-day affairs, police administration, that was controlled by Saudang Borua, that is what the designation. And all the banquets, or you can say Dula, for traveling one part to another, the kings and others, one officer is there, that's called Dulia Borua. Now why I have gone to this, because Lachit Borphukan, whom we know as Borphukan, his journey actually starts with this Dulia Borua. He was working as Dulia Borua, and that is what the time of Jayatwa Singha, you can say almost at 1651 to 1661, this is what the period, 1651 to 1661, this is what the period, when he was working as a Dulia Borua. And that was what the time Mirzumla and Rashid Khan already entered Assam. They were staying, they defeated Ahoma in 1 or 2 battles, and they were almost up to Gargaon, waiting there at Numaligarh. They were waiting there at Numaligarh, and situation was not good on that time. Rainy season was going on, so though Jayadhav Singha defeated, but still Mirzumla could not enter directly Sibsagar, and Sakradhar Singha became the king. And this is what the time Ahoma were urgently searching for a commander-in-chief, and they were not getting it. But somehow somebody informed them that a person called Lachit, who is working at the Dulia Borua, is fit and fine enough to hold this post. And that's why he was called to the court for taking interview. And interview was arranged in such way, some was asked within the court to insult or touch his headgears. Pagudi, whatever we used to wear, because that is what our dignity, all Indians believe in. So what happened when Lachit was entering in the court, and he was about to talk with the king why he was called here. So all this was somebody touches and somebody spoke something to him. What Lachit did, immediately he took out his sword and he was running after that person to kill him. Then other persons arrived and they controlled him and told that it's not like that. The whole thing was assessed and so, and he was entrusted the post of Barhugan. That means it's because of the dignity, it's because of the capacity, and it's because of the identical, attitude of that particular person, he was given the post of Barhugan. Okay, so we have got all this background of becoming Barhugan. And to understand that all these things are necessary, that's why I discussed that. Next we will see what happens. I want to speak mainly on Lachit and his war strategy. Means what was the war strategy of Lachit Barhugan, that Ahuma was undefeated. Mughal could not defeat Ahuma. Why? If we see what are the things Lachit used, you will see guerrilla tactics. This is one, I am going to analyze it. Wait and watch. This is another technology that is mainly armies used to do. Today we have got also bunkers and all these things. Earlier how they used to be. Then strategic comparisons. Before entering into the war, how they used to compare and how this comparing made Lachit successful. Then use of weather condition into the war, and use of naval warfare. These are the things. Now today at this moment when everywhere war is going on and we have seen lots of missiles and all these things, so these things probably we feel very new, or very, what's this? But you see, it is in the 1600 or 1700 we are speaking, so these things has got lots of value in the war. Now what is guerrilla tactics? If you see, that is what the tactics omitted by the tribes of the world, mainly from the Yunnan province. That what they used to do, you see, when guerrillas are marching together in a line, the guerrillas does not march in one line. Guerrillas always have two lines. If anyone they want to trap, then they allow the enemy to enter in the midst, and after that they used to catch, and four sides are sealed. This is what the technology army used called guerrilla tactics. So whenever you see Indian army is marching somewhere, you will always find that army is not marching in single line, always the army is marching in two lines, so that in case of any problems, that tactics can be used. That's what called guerrilla war. And Mughal has got huge army, that's why it was necessary for Lachit to go for it. Then wait and watch means it's not that someone is coming, directly they are going to fight. They are waiting for the situations, that when their situation will be conducive and that will be unconducive for the enemy. And mainly, Assam, we all know, in a rainy season we used to go for flood, and we do not have any problem in the flood. When there is a flood, it's quite normal for us. But it is a person who is coming from, suppose Rajasthan, that will be little problem for him, and in that situations when war would be there, he cannot act. That's why wait and watch with use of weather means the climatic conditions, that was also imposed. Then strategic comparisons means what is their strategy and what is Ahuma's strategy. Both are compared before. Suppose Itakuli war, I already told Mirzumla and Rashid Khan is waiting. They almost defeated Ahuma in 2 battles, but not in the final. What happened? They were coming with this kind of guns, gunpowder. And having gunpowders, and they put fire on it, and it goes and destroys. Now, what is the use? When someone is using, these commands or cannons, what will happen? They be certain. From distance also they can kill, and war will be quick. And when this Mughal army is coming with this kind of cannons, Ahuma did not possess. So there was a challenge in front of Lachit, and he is newly appointed commander-in-chief. So it's a challenge for him that how to. What he did, he made some of the Ahuma soldiers and asked them, we have seen now Bhavna. When in maximum Bhavnas, our males used to take female characters. So many of the Ahuma soldiers, Lachit told, to wear that kind of, makhala and chadar, and they are asked to carry a pot with them, so that they are going to bring waters in that way. And in the beginning, they were going, and all the soldiers are putting water on the cannons when Mughal soldiers were sleeping. It is purely conducted under the supervision of, Lachit Divas. You see, that is why Indian paramilitary, when they entered into, Kashmir, POK, Pak-occupied Kashmir, all our soldiers came back alive, killing the enemy. Why? Because our supervisions, intelligence, and concentrations, all these things, if we combine together, we have got tremendous power. Who so? Lachit Divas so. And because of this whole operation was conducted successfully, and Lachit understood next day there would be war. Rather, Ahuma would declare the war. And next day, what they did in Itakuli, Ahuma declared the war against Mir Jumla for final and decisive. And when Mir Jumla and Rashid Khan, mainly who was handling the cannon group, he ordered to fire the cannons, and when the soldiers were going to fire it, they found it is already filled with water and cannons are not going to war. As a result, Mughal army reversed back, and they reversed up to Haju. And then one particular river is there, it's called Korotia River. And Lachit and his soldiers, all they took Mir Jumla and Rashid Khan up to Korotia River. Flood, cannons are not working, and post-flood, all these environmental diseases, whatever it is there, all are creating problems for them. And at last, Mir Jumla concluded a pact with Ahum, kings, Sapradas. Korotia River has been regarded as the boundary between Ahuma army, Ahuma Empire and Mughal Empire. So, and they returned back. But you see, the man who sent Mir Jumla was none other than Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb found it very insulting. I could not conquer Deccan because Shivaji is there. I could not conquer extreme south, Seras are fighting against us. And I could not conquer northeast because Ahumas are here. So if I die in this way, what would happen? This whole triangle I could not conquer. So he thought, now I am going to send another person who is more experienced, more powerful than Mir Jumla. That he was none other than Ram Singha. He was sent to Assam. So he arrived. So all these army marched towards, you can say, you have seen Dhuburi, district of Assam, through Dhuburi, Gwalpara. In this way they reach almost up to Haju. There is a place called Haju. They reached almost up to Haju. But after Haju, it was problem for them to cross because Borphukan means Lachit is already stationed there at Guwahati and Ahuma army is there. So they were taking that, what is the situation and what is the strategy of Ahuma there. So Mughal army was waiting there at Haju. And during this time and this war, it was necessary for Ahuma to block one particular part because Ram Singha was quite expert in territorial fighting, infantry fighting. So Ram Singha should not be allowed to go for territory fighting, which he will seek. So Lachit already decided that we are going to compel them that Ram Singha should be there in the water. Before that, we are not going to attack them, nor we are going to do anything. But it was necessary that only this particular pocket through Haju they can enter directly Guwahati territorially, it is possible. And that's why there was necessary that there should be some embankment. Embankment means huge raising of soils, which we call gor. In Assamese term, we call gor. Gor is almost you can say, is a part of guerrilla tactics. I am showing you. You see, here if you can notice, you see soldiers are on the top, raising this wall type, it's not brick wall, it's soil based, soil raised wall. This is called gor. So in this way, Ahoma needs to protect from, Mughal needs to protect so that they can be sent to the Brahmaputra river and through that they can enter. This is what open. That's why, so he got for this embankment. So embankment to avoid territorial warfare so that pocket can be clogged. And after that, forcing the Mughal to go for the naval war, because Lachit already understood that they are not accustomed with the naval warfare, but Assamese soldiers are here, so I need to bring them. I need to send them to where? On the Brahmaputra river. Now, I'm showing you, this is what you see. This is what the pocket through which they should be blocked. They should not enter. And if they block it, then this is only the way through which they can enter to Guwahati, means by crossing the river. And this should be the battlefield for the Ahoma army. Accordingly, this plan was done. Embankment was given to raise the soldiers. I think you all know what happened. His immediate relative was killed because he was not doing the orders properly, and it was necessary for the motherland. So, means for the motherland, sacrifice everything. That is what the motto of this particular person, and that's why he has been remembered after 400 years also. When he died, and we do not know their name, but he is alive because of that. So, this embankment was done, which we famously know as Mumbai Kota Gor, and after that, there was only option in front of Ramhinho to enter through the naval battlefield, means through Brahmaputra, and he cannot return also without fighting, because Alamgir has sent him, means who Aurangzeb has sent him. So this is what the war where decisively Ahoma defeated Mughals, and for finally Mughals said bye-bye to Assam. After that, they never returned to Assam. Small fightings were there from Bengal province near to this Dhuburi and Gwalpara lands, but never entered into Guwahati. So this is what we can understand that decisive one. But this man has given so many things. Even Lachit has got its pages there in the war history, where Genghis Khan, where Napoleon Bonaparte, where Shivaji, where Andrew Jackson, this kind of men are getting its pages. Lachit Borphukan is also getting its pages there in war history. But unfortunately for some days, within Assam or within India, Lachit's strategy was not discussed, not known. But one person, Lieutenant General S.K. Sinha, who became the governor of Assam after D.D. Thakur, and he visited the archives of Assam, and he also discussed and he got the lectures about Lachit Borphukan, and after that he understood that this man has got lots of caliber and his technologies can be used in Indian warfare. And that's why he took all these things to the Ministry of Defense, and there series of lectures are given. One lecture is given by Arnab Jan Deka, who is a you can say literate from Assam, he has given the lecture, and after that, slowly it was understood, and that's why in 1990, under Chief Minister Sri Prafulla Mahanta was, and that time Indian Army General was VP Malik. What happened? They took Lachit to the National Defence Academy. And the base cadet of the National Defence Academy is given Lachit Borphukan Golden Award. Means the person who is going to become the most prominent soldier of India is awarded with the memorial trophy or Lachit Borphukan trophy. That itself is a prestige that one should get, and we all Assamese are happy because of that. And this is how this man actually made his position there all over the world, and being the descendants of this particular person, every moment, every fraction of our life, we should be ready to fight for the nation, to make our nation grow. Thank you.